There is a topic if you talk about air masses and fronts. Let's first talk about what this air mass means. पहले ध्यान से सुनना, don't write anything. What all we have to discuss about air masses. ध्यान से सुनना. We have to discuss the concept of what air mass is. It means the definition part. Then we have to discuss origin of air mass. Then we have to discuss characteristic features of air mass. Modification of air mass. Classification of air mass. And weather phenomena associated. It means whether it is prelims, whether it is mains, your answer will revolve around these points. Either examiner gonna ask you what air mass means, either it will ask you regarding origin, air masses बनते कैसे हैं, क्या हर जगह है. Origin can I say simply conditions. So wherever I am putting the word conditions, it means everywhere air masses are not formed. So will there be one condition or there can be multiple conditions? Multiple conditions. Then we will discuss what are the different characteristics. So while discussing what is air mass, origin of air mass, you will see when I will explain characteristics, more or less you will find them repeated. Like when I was discussing with you tropical cyclone. If you remember, while defining what tropical cyclone is and the stages or the conditions, required for its formation. Required condition for its formation itself, we discuss some of the characteristics of it. Then we will discuss how they are classified and how air masses modify. How air masses modify and what are the phenomena associated with air mass. When I say modification, there are two types of modification. One is called as thermal modification, another is called as dynamic oblique mechanical modification. Is this clear? It means these are the different aspects which we need to cover for an air mass. I'll repeatedly again telling you, please don't just go with the factual parts. Try to understand the concept. Fact is something, ab Google kar lo. Fact is something, internet is there. Fact is something, books is there. Try to go with the concepts. If you understand the concepts well, you can easily try to link them. Already UPSC has asked a question. Long time back here again, I'm not sure which year. Define air masses and the weather phenomena associated. So there they have asked what air mass is and what are the weather phenomena associated with it. Maybe in future they might ask you, discuss the conditions required for the formation of air masses and the weather phenomena associated, or discuss the origin and give a classification of an air mass, discuss the origin or the modifications of an air mass. So they can link with any one part. When I say what is an air mass, first you need to understand. Imagine this air mass like a bubble of air. Imagine it like a bubble of air, but it is not as small as bubble of air. Assume it like a bubble of air. When I say bubble of air, can I say it is a three-dimension body? It has depth, it has width, it has length. Is it clear? Or try to visualize it with respect to a balloon. If you talk about a balloon, it is like a bubble of air. And this balloon is a three-dimension body. It has depth, it has width, and it has length. Is this clear? So air mass is just like a bubble of air, having unique homogeneous physical properties. सुन लेना, लिखना कुछ मत. Air mass is a unique mass of air having uniform homogeneous properties. it means its properties will be very unique from other. If I say this is air mass A, this is air mass B, A will be very different from the B, B will be very different from the C. So air mass is a unique body of air. Let me rephrase it again. Air mass is a large body of air having uniform physical properties. What are physical properties meaning? Temperature, density, humidity. Is this clear? So air mass is a homogeneous mass of air. I will repeat it again. Air mass is a large body of air having the homogeneous unique properties. The homogeneity is mainly in horizontal layers. Homogeneity is mainly in horizontal layers, and there is a sleek vertical gradient. Sleek means बहुत कम. Why there is a sleek? Anyways, when you go up, gain height, can I say there will be a change in the lapse rate? So even if I say, assume this is a mass of air. Assume करो आपके हाथ में कोई balloon है. But air mass उतना छोटा नहीं होता. It can be in thousands of kilometers. Assume this is a mass of air. This homogeneous mass of air will have homogeneity. It means its temperature, humidity, density. They will be homogeneous, and this homogeneity will be mainly found in horizontal layers. And there will be a very sleek vertical gradient. मेरी बात समझ आ रही? Even if I say within this air mass at the height x, at the height y, at the z, z1, z2, in these horizontal layers, what will be properties? Homogeneous. And while we slightly gain the height within a mass, there will be a slight change, but not a big change. That's why we call it, it is a homogeneous mass of air. Is it clear? This concept of air mass has given by the Norwegian scientist. This concept of air mass has given by the Norwegian scientists called as Wilhelm Jerkins and Jacob Jerkins. The duo was Norwegian scientists, father and son. उन्होंने basically ये concept दिया था air masses का. Let me now repeat again. Air mass, when I say word air mass, try to imagine a big balloon in front of you. Air mass is a homogeneous body of air having unique physical properties. This homogeneity is mainly in horizontal layers, and there is a very sleek vertical gradient. The concept of air mass has been given by the Norwegian scientist Jacob Jerkins and Wilhelm Jerkins. Is it clear? एक चीज और सुनना. It means once a mass of air is formed, कैसे form होता है? Leave it, I will tell you. Assume here a mass of air is formed. Let me take this example. ये मार्क कर दूं 60 डिग्री बेटा नॉर्थ, 90 degree north, and let's say 30 degree north. In simple terms, if I say this is your subtropical high pressure belt, this is subpolar low pressure belt, this is polar high pressure belt. Is this clear? Now, correct me if I am wrong. मैंने लास्ट क्लास आपको प्राइमरी सर्कुलेशन, सेकेंडरी सर्कुलेशन एंड टर्शियरी सर्कुलेशन बताया था. प्राइमरी सर्कुलेशंस वर trade winds, westerlies and polar easterlies. Secondary circulations were monsoon winds, cyclonic winds and air masses. And tertiary were your local winds. ध्यान से सुनो, मैंने secondary circulation क्यों कहा? Air masses are the secondary circulations. ध्यान से सुना बेटा. Air masses are the secondary circulations embedded within primary winds. Air masses are the secondary circulation embedded within the primary winds. पहले सुन लो, मैं सब समझा दूंगा. Air masses are the secondary circulations embedded within the primary winds. Assume I am moving in this direction, और समझ लो मैं prevailing wind हूं, या ऐसे मूव कर रहा हूं मैं. If I say this is my hand, this is the primary movement. If I push it, what will be this becoming? secondary movement. So why it is able to move? Under the influence of the push from primary one. If I assume in this particular part, a mass of air is developed here and a mass of air is developed here and a mass of air is developed here. Obviously the one which will be in the polar areas, it will be cold, and the one which is in the subtropical areas, what will be this? So can I say one is warm air mass, another is cold air mass? कैसे बनता है, छोड़ दो इसको. Then we know that the wind system which is prevalent there, what are these winds here? Westerlies. Southwest or northwest? Southwest westerlies. And which winds are here in this part? Northeast polar easterlies. What are polar easterlies and westerlies? Primary circulations. Is it clear? While this warm westerlies are moving, don't you think they will push along with them this warm air mass? Similarly, when these polar easterlies will move, don't you think they will push along with them cold air mass? So what is this air mass movement? Secondary circulation embedded within primary winds. Is it clear? Can I say it is also a characteristic feature? एक और statement सुनो. Air masses help us in understanding the latitudinal transfer of heat or horizontal transfer of heat across the latitude from lower to higher latitudes. If this is westerlies, if this part is your westerlies, these westerlies will push this warm air mass, and where it will enter into the territory of cold. Can I say temperature will increase? Similarly, when I am talking about polar easterlies, when they push this cold air mass, where will it enter into the territory of this warmer area? Temperature will decrease. So can I say it is a mechanism of heat transfer across the latitudes? It is a mechanism of heat transfer across the latitudes. Let me rephrase the statement again. Air masses are the homogeneous mass of air. Air mass is a large body of air having homogeneous unique properties. The properties are unique in the horizontal layers and there is a sleek vertical gradient. Air masses are the secondary circulations embedded within primary winds. Is it clear? So can I say the track, the path, the movement of air mass is directly governed by whom? Prevailing winds. The track of the air mass, path of the air mass, movement of the air mass, it is guided by which? These winds. Clear with this? It is a mechanism of heat transfer across the latitudes. Can I say यही characteristics भी है? मैं और बताऊंगा इसके बारे में. Is it clear? Similarly, if there is a mass of air, which winds are here? ये कौन से winds है? Trade winds. Can I say they will also push this mass of air? Is this clear? So remember, I will repeat the statements. फिर उसके बाद लिख लेते हैं. The concept of air mass is given by the Norwegian scientists Wilhelm Jerkins and Jacob Jerkins. Is it clear? Air mass is a large body of air having homogeneous unique properties. कौन सी? Physical properties. Homogeneity is mainly in horizontal layers with a very sleek vertical gradient. Am I clear with this? Air masses, these are the mechanism of heat transfer across the latitudes, and third, they are the secondary circulations embedded within primary winds. Thus, their track, path, movement and direction, that is all guided by the prevailing winds. Am I clear with this? अब एक चीज और ध्यान से सुनना. Same air masses when interact in the subpolar area, ये समझ आ रहा है? Can I say here they can create fronts? याद है फ्रेंड्स का? Is it clear? So it means first we will define now what air mass is, then we will come to this origin. Origin का मतलब why everywhere these air masses are not formed. It means there has to be some conditions. Once those conditions are fulfilled, then only these air masses will be developed. Is this clear? आपकी क्या पिछली क्लास अपलोड नहीं हुई है? एक तो हो गई होगी ना? हाँ, आप नहीं थे क्लास में, बस रहने दो, होगी तो खत्म, नोट्स ले लेना किसी से, बिकॉज हाँ, बट ऑब्वियसली लाइक देयर हैज बीन लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स व्हिच आई हैव एक्सप्लेन देयर, ईदर रेफर द बुक्स, कुछ समझ नहीं आता बाहर पूछ लेना मेरे से क्लास के, बट आई डोंट नो, देयर वाज सम टेक्निकल ग्लिच। ठीक है, अब जो हो गया तो हो गया। चलिए, राइट अबाउट एयर मासेस। This is the drawback of the technology, not reliable, 100%, huh? So right, air mass refers to an, जल्दी लिखना थोड़ा फास्ट, air mass refers to an immense body of air, refers to an immense body of air, immense is clear, large, or simply write large body of air with relative homogeneity, with relative homogeneity in its horizontal layers, in its horizontal layers, and it is identifiable by, and it is identifiable by distinguishable, distinguishable physical properties, distinguishable physical properties like humidity, density. When I say density, can I say temperature is there? Oblique kar do, temperature, lapse rate, etc. Change the paragraph. It can be defined as, it can be defined as three-dimension body of air. It can be also defined as three-dimension body of air, three-dimension body of air having sleek, what do you mean by sleek? Less. Having sleek vertical gradient, having sleek vertical gradient and relative homogeneous physical condition, and relative homogeneous physical conditions, ठीक है, सेम चीज वही है. Now if I have to rephrase it in one line, air mass is an immense body of air having the unique or homogeneous physical properties in horizontal layers, and there is a sleek vertical gradient. Is this clear? It is identifiable. कैसे identifiable करोगे? A and B, they are distinguishable, they are identified by their distinguishable property. Its temperature, density, humidity will be different. Its temperature, humidity, density will be different. Is this clear? And this homogeneity is mainly in horizontal layers, and there is a very sleek vertical gradient. Clear with this? Second point, right? The concept of air mass was given by Wilhelm Jerkins and Jacob Jerkins. Wilhelm Jerkins and Jacob Jerkins, in bracket right, Norwegian scientists. Another point, right? The concept of air mass, the concept of air mass has helped in understanding, the concept of air mass has helped in understanding frequent weather changes, frequent weather changes which take place in temperate region, which take place in temperate region. Is it clear why I am focusing here temperate region? यहाँ देखो, because in temperate region only sometime warm will enter into the territory of cold, cold will enter into territory of warm. Can I say because of the front formation here? So can I say when two air masses of different densities interact with each other along the temperate zones around subpolar area, they result into the formation of fronts which give rise to the temperate cyclone or extra tropical cyclone. Am I clear with the statement? Another point, right? It is a natural mechanism. It is a natural mechanism by which heat and moisture is transferred. It is a natural mechanism by which heat and moisture is transferred across the latitudes. Heat and moisture is transferred across the latitudes. Clear? एक और point लिखो. Air mass is a secondary circulation. Air mass is a secondary circulation embedded in primary circulations. Embedded in primary circulations. Done with this? Thus their track and movement, origin and distribution. Thus their track and movement, origin and distribution. Thus their track and movement, origin and distribution are controlled by global atmospheric circulations. Are controlled by global atmospheric circulations, especially the prevailing winds. Global atmospheric circulation, especially the prevailing winds.